Out of all the days of the week, Friday night and Saturday are the most chaotic and most volume heavy days in terms of food delivery. So if you want to make somewhere between $35 and $40 an hour, you want to make sure you want to focus on these days, and you can just do it part-time. You can do this part-time just to make an extra couple bucks every single week to pay those bills. If you're gonna do part-time the weekend shifts, you're gonna go balls to the wall. That means you gotta work a little bit longer. That means the adjacent hours you're gonna start early and end later than the peak times, because on the weekends everything is just higher volume, and so you might as well take advantage of it. So we're gonna go a little bit early and a little bit later, and so that we can maximize on our profits. On a Friday evening, usually the dinner shift starts around 4:30. That's the start of the peak time. But you want to start at 4 o'clock just to get an early start on things and get the ball rolling. Oh my God, this dog. For Leroy?
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one. In the evening, during the winter time, it's gonna be pretty dark, so you're gonna see some clips of me moving in the dark, and you're gonna barely see anything, kind of like this clip right here. But I can see just fine. I also have like a headlamp with me, so that's something that you should also do just to be more efficient. There's gonna be places that you go to that don't leave their lights on, and for whatever reason, it feels like no one's even at home. But it's gonna be good for your own safety and just efficient. Something that you want to keep in mind is how long you should be able to estimate how long it takes to get there, and then how long it takes to get back. Typically, going back is a little bit faster, just because you have a good roadmap of how to get out of there, and you also are not moving slowly trying to make sure you don't drive past the house. So here, I know that I'm gonna get there pretty quickly in terms of going through this highway right here. But now that I see that there's gonna be traffic going back just because there's a major accident, even though I'm actually driving slowly there now because everyone's just stopping to look. I hate it when people do this. They're literally on the other side. There's nothing that affects you on our side. So people are slowing down for no reason at all. So that's unfortunate, but we'll just keep that in mind just to organize our time. Something that I also do is I keep my headlights on when I park, just so that I can get more light in case there's no light. So even though they leave the light to the front door, just the steps all the way up to the pathway, it's difficult to find. We got a long ways drive back, and I think that traffic jam is gonna still be there because it looked pretty rough. There was a lot of fire trucks, so that's just gonna kill a lot of our time. But I think we're doing pretty decent on time. We're like about even, so I don't mind. I think I'm just gonna chill cruising back. If we can get an order going back, that would be awesome, but it's unlikely. So we're just gonna cruise on back and just make sure we're mentally ready to do the next order. What you're gonna be seeing is a couple of screenshots of different apps. I use all 3 apps: Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. Even on the weekends, I'm gonna start gravitating towards one app only, but you wanna keep the other ones open just in case there's a good offer out there that's like on the way and that's really convenient, or just a little bit good enough so that you can just add it on to wherever you're going. That way your total volume and total pay is maximized. That's what you want to do. These days on the weekends, most of the orders that you get are all good enough to accept, and so I always keep all 3 apps running and make sure that I have optimized myself to make the most money. Next, something that you're gonna see is that I'm gonna be delivering a lot of pizza. And like I said, I'm gonna be gravitating more towards one app like DoorDash because it seems like they're the only ones that are giving you these pizza offers. And people are very used to tipping for pizza. And so that's why on Friday nights, where pizzas are ordered the most, and then after that it's Saturday. So those are the two days. And people just love their pizza. And so you gotta be prepared to deliver those and maximize your tips, which is actually where you're getting most of your pay. We're making really good on time. It's 8 o'clock. If I stop now, I'm making a really good hourly pay, but I'm not going to because I want to take advantage of, the high volume on Friday and the higher pay, because people are just staying in and eating more. And well, we're gonna be expecting a lot more good orders. So let's go make some more money. The Friday night is slowly starting to wind down. It's inching closer towards 9 o'clock, and I'm just grabbing the last bits of orders that are available. And if anything, I'm just moving towards the fast food restaurants, which are open late, and people are just still hungry and feeling like they should just get the fast food before they go out for the night, or maybe they want to stay in. So that's what I'm looking for. Even though those last hours, you're not gonna make as much, and it might hurt your hourly pay, it's still good enough money. Maybe you'll make closer to like $30, but it's still worth it. So I go ahead and finish off doing that. What's his name?
Yep.
Eric. Okay, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
For the people who are wondering if you need platinum, gold, or silver status for DoorDash, you don't need it for Friday nights and Saturdays. Typically, and maybe even Sundays too, because typically the volume is just so high and the demand is so crazy that I've never had to schedule for the weekend shift, and I also don't see a difference just because all the orders are just coming through so quickly, and nobody can really handle all the volumes. And I guess you can still cherry pick to see all the good orders. I mean, all of them are pretty decent, so there's no need to have those kind of reward tiers, in my opinion. In my area, I think it's pretty consistent everywhere else. Just based off what I've seen on other people's YouTube channels, they say that it's just all the same, really. And I think that you don't really need any of those reward tiers. So don't feel too bad if you have to reject orders or have to be too focused on it. What's the name?
Angela?
Oh no, this is for Yancy.
Oh yeah, Yancey's my husband.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I don't know if you need to see something, but I was tracking it.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Oh, I thought I put my...
Have a good one. Look at this veteran move right here, putting it to the side of this door, the screen door that opens outwards, to make sure that they can even open the door at all. So we're gonna continue on, and Starbucks is always gonna be flowing every single day. People drink it at all hours. If you want to start extra early on the Saturday morning, you can do that. And you want to go look for a Starbucks, and they should be pumping out orders all sorts of hours of the day. Other types of restaurants that you should be looking around for and camping out close to are Asian restaurants. That includes Thai food, sushi, Panda Express, PF Chang's, stuff like that, because they make the food pretty fast and you should be able to kick out those orders. We usually don't get pizza orders in the morning, but we get lucky and we get this pizza order that we have to deliver to this house in Seattle. This house is strange. They give me really bad directions. The door is inside the sliding door. I didn't know if I should go in there, and I was just trying to look around maybe to see if that's actually a side or back door, and the front door is somewhere else. And I messaged them, and they said just to go through the sliding door and just leave it at the real front door inside. And I could hear a dog barking, and so I was trying to be discreet about it and just make sure I just deliver it, get in there, and get the heck out of there really fast. Just picked up another order, and here I am. What you want to do is stack those apps together and have delivered 2 orders in the same direction. I mean, I feel like some of these apps spy on each other. Somehow it just happens. So that's how you're gonna get your volume up per hour. So it's 2:15, and usually the peak hour ends at 2:30ish, but we're gonna keep going until 3 o'clock just because, like I said, volumes should be high and it should be high paying. Just got an order, don't know where it is. Where's my order? So for some reason this area right here is cursed. I can't get any I gotta move.
Oh, cool. I can do that.
Hello.
Thank you. Thanks.
We did pretty well on the lunch shift, and now we're on the dinner shift on Saturday. I'm at 70% acceptance rate on DoorDash. I pretty sure I accept a lot more orders in this. It was just because I guess maybe I just had a string of accepted orders and then rejecting some of them just decreased my percentage. So we might lose our platinum status, which is really questionable in terms of how valuable it is. I do get a lot of those like, hey, this is a platinum order, but you know, who knows if it's actually anything. All right, here we go. This is crazy right here. 18 miles for $16. That's a rejection. These people, these bastards are trying to trick me to try to accept this, or I lose my status. But it's okay. It's Saturday. We should still get pretty good orders anyway. So I'll decline this. It's starting to get dark soon, and that means we're gonna be delivering orders probably to Seattle, and probably the clips are gonna be difficult to watch. But more so, we're gonna start getting orders from pizza places. And so you want to look for spots that have pizza places that are close in proximity. So like maybe a Pizza Hut, a Papa Murphy's, a Little Caesars, all within maybe a couple buildings from each other. That way you can get a couple offers from each one, you know, if you're lucky. I typically camp around like a Pizza Hut, and they'll give me a lot of orders, more specifically from DoorDash. That's where I usually get it from. This house looks like there's nobody even here, but I wait anyway, and eventually someone does come out and I'm able to deliver it and get the heck out of here. It's super dark. I don't know what's wrong with people. This next house is structured in a really strange way. It looks actually like a village where I'm traveling by foot, and all the houses are numbered as if there are like townhouses, but they're like small ramblers basically, and you have to travel in by foot. You have to park. There's like a parking lot way back out, and I had to walk in by foot, and there's so many directions because they know, the people who live there knew that it's difficult to find, and I was having trouble finding it. I could see like one house by house, and they actually called me and just make sure that I was on my way. So like me just look at the camera multiple times, or the map rather, and slowly finding the house. And I think someone popped out. Okay, there we go. We found them. But either way, it's the house was structured in a weird way. They gave me a a decent tip just for roaming around trying to find them. So that's closing to the end of the night. Pizza deliveries are so crazy that even on the way back from these houses, I'm probably still on the highway. I'm probably maybe like a 5-minute drive away from this pizza shop, but they still offer me anyway, and I get paid for the time I drive to the place if I have to go into Seattle. But besides that, I delivered this one. This one initially had no tip, but after this guy opened the door, he gave me $8, which was sweet. Like I said, people are just used to giving out tips for pizza delivery because in the United States, that's just how they do it. That's the etiquette. See, $8 right there. Huge stack of ones, and I deliver that, and here we go. I'm back at another pizza delivery. The only annoying thing that you might run into is when they order drinks too, and it's difficult to carry that bag and maybe like 2 Pepsis or something, because there's not really like a bag they give you. All right, so it's 8 o'clock and it's slowing down significantly. Usually it's pretty booming. We got a couple of fast food restaurants. That's where you really want to aim if you want to keep the night going. So far, no good offers, and things are just dying down. We made truckloads of money today. I'm gonna go for 10 more minutes. If there's nothing good, then I'm gonna call it a night. But I think it'll be okay either way. I actually decided not to do Sunday just because, like I said, this is a part-time. If you're doing it in addition to a full-time job, you're gonna be pretty tired if you do the full weekend, unless you exercise. So here's our total, $35. Like I said, that was pretty solid for Washington State. And if you want to do this is how you do it.